Good morning, this is Kelley Hobart from Alpaca Direct, and I'm here today on Facebook Live and maybe on YouTube or wherever Jim puts us. And we are going to be talking about this cute little baby shrug. Remember last week I told you I was going to do something for baby, and this is a little shrug, and it was such a fun pattern. It's by Lisa Chemery and it's called Entrechat, and she has several of these little shrugs in both adult and child size in different weights of yarn, and she also has the little hats to match. And we sell this Entrechat pattern on our website. We don't sell all of her patterns, but the rest of them could be found on Ravelry if you're looking to make the matching hat or make it in a different weight of yarn. She has that there. But this is a fantastic little pattern. So all of you out there that are thinking about maybe learning to knit sweaters and are a little afraid to jump full speed into an adult size sweater, doing baby projects is a great way to get your feet wet and really enjoy it, and maybe get yourself a little confidence before you start the sweaters for yourself. So let us know as we're going along where you're from and maybe what you're working on. Maybe you can share with us, and it gives me new ideas for future Facebook Lives or YouTube videos that I can help you or maybe learn something with you. So that's always fantastic too. Also, as I'm going along every week, I'm always testing new yarns to check and see if they meet the criteria of what we're looking for Alpaca Direct. And as always, I'm looking for high quality at reasonable prices, and I'm kind of a little tough on the yarn, shall I say. I try them multi-different ways and make sure that they are of good quality, that they don't pill, and that they will be a great yarn for you to use. So on Alpaca Direct, we don't carry every product out there, but we do try to carry the very best at the most reasonably priced products for you. So you can take a look at Alpaca Direct for our yarns we have there. Now this week I was looking at this new yarn. It's by Baracco. It's called Corsica. It's 10% cashmere and 90% cotton. And I'll show you what I made with this. It's a little baby slouch hat. Isn't it cute? It's kind of vintagey. And it was really fun to make with the little I-cords. And let's see if I can show you what it looks like. I was trying to make it so it'll fit Evie.
Who's Evie?
Evie is our granddaughter, and she is 10 months old now. And it's made out of cotton, so it should be nice for spring wear. And so I made that for her. But I really like this cotton. It seems very nice and blocked up beautifully. So that's a product that we're looking at for Alpaca Direct. And let's get back to our Entrechat. Now I chose to use this Sueno Worsted. And this Sueno Worsted is a bamboo merino blend, 80-20%. I think it's 197 yards. And it is definitely a nice worsted weight, full-bodied worsted weight yarn. And it has a really nice ply on it. Do you see the ply on it? It's kind of a tight twist, and that means it's going to be a sturdier yarn. If it has a very loose twist or it's a single ply, it's not all that sturdy, and your knitted garments might show some wear and tear more quickly. With this yarn, it has a nice tight ply, and it is a superwash yarn with bamboo in it, 20% bamboo. It's a great yarn. I made this little Entrechat shrug with just one skein, and let me show you how much yarn I had left over. Not much. I used it right to the very end. I don't even think I could get a set of booties out of that extra yarn, but it's a super nice yarn. Now at first glance, when you're looking at this yarn, it feels kind of tightly plied, and it feels as if it might be a little bit stiff, but when it blocks, it is totally fantastic. It is really super soft and squishy. I wish you could feel it. It feels super nice. So this project I did it took me about maybe 5 hours, Jim, from start to finish this whole thing. And what they do is they have you cast on, and you would cast on and you'd be knitting the sleeves and the back. And then you bind off, and then you would pick up stitches and start doing this color work section here. And then you do the stripes down here, and then you would increase in the back with yarn over. See how it's kind of holy on the bottom. Those are yarn overs that they're using for the increases, kind of a decorative little effect there. And it was super, super fun to knit, and like I said, a very easy, clear pattern to understand. And Lisa Chemery did a great job of writing this pattern. The only thing, I did a few things on mine. I did the German twisted cast on for up in here, and then I did the old Norwegian bind off. And if you look at the bind off right there, isn't it nice? It almost gives you a rolled edge, similar to an I-cord. But it's super, super nice, a very structured, stretchy, kind of not constricting bind off. And so it made a really super, super nice edge, and I was happy with the way that turned out. And let me show you on my pickup. Oh, also with this buttonhole right here, I felt like my buttonhole was going to be too close to the edge. So what I did with mine is it tells you to knit to the last 4 stitches and then do the buttonhole is a knit 2 together yarn over, and I knit to the last 5 stitches instead of 4 stitches. So I gave myself an extra stitch, and it just moved the buttonhole over just a little bit, and it gave it a little more structure so that it doesn't seem as if your button's hanging on the edge and falling off the edge of the fabric right here. So I thought that gave it a more finished, kind of refined look to it. So I was happy with doing that. And as I'm going along, I'm always thinking of different ways to improve the pattern or make it easier for me to do. And then this section right here is where I had picked up some stitches. And you can see how clean it is. Really super easy to do. And then the underarm, there was really no finish work. It was pretty much just weaving your end and you're done with it. So it was a super fun, easy pattern to do. And like I said, when you're doing the baby items, if you have loved ones that you need to get baby gifts to, I like to do these projects ahead of time so that when you need a baby gift, you can just pull it out and send it. But
wasn't there like something on the back of the button you did too?
Oh, right.
I remember you showed me that.
Let me see if I can show you that. Yes, you see how I put, it wasn't very, this button wasn't very stable right here because it's kind of an oversized button. And so what I did is I found in my sewing box a little extra button, and I backed it with a little clear button. So you can't even really tell too much that it's there, but it gave some more stability to this whole little placket area right there and made it look better. Thanks for reminding me about that, Jim.
See, I actually pay attention when you show me stuff.
Yeah, you're getting to be quiet. Pretty soon I'll have you knitting. That's awesome. So, anyways, like I said, I used one skein, and I actually used a number 7 needle on this. And if you look at this yarn says that you can use up to a number 9. It has a 6 to a 9, which is quite a wide range. And it, the number 7 worked great for me. I could have probably easily done a number 8, but I feel like this almost gives like a bulky sweater for the worsted weight price of the yarn. But it feels like a bulky weight sweater. But with this yarn, if you put it next to your skin, there's absolutely no itch. And so for babies, using this kind of yarn is the perfect yarn, because for under $20, I was able to make this project, and it's 80% merino wool and 20% bamboo, and it's super cute, and the tonal colorways are beautiful. I love them. So that was a great project that I really enjoyed doing that. Also, when I was, oh yes, that's a good idea. I'll get back to this in 1 minute. I want to talk about the sizing. But Jim did remind me that for this week, we're going to be choosing, you guys get to choose. Can you guys help me choose what colorway I would like for the prize for this week? And this is the Sueno Worsted. I want to get it in our customers' hands so they can start using it, because it's a fantastic yarn. It's not as well known, but I feel like it's worth every penny, and it's one of the nicest yarns out there. And Skacel has done a great job making this yarn, and we should all enjoy it. So you let me know if you would like the purple color or this strawberry color. I don't care which color we give, and you guys can decide. Now, oh yes, in order to win, here's how you win. You post comments in the comment section, let us know what you're working on, you tell us a little bit about yourself, and you get entered to win the yarn. Every week we have a prize. For this week, it's one of these skeins, and you guys are going to choose. So you go ahead and start posting the comments in there, and if you like what you're seeing, and if you learned from what I'm doing to help you, please share with your friends. Please let them have the knowledge as well, because we're all in this life together learning, and it is fun. That's what I love about knitting. There are so many things that you can do with knitting, and just learning these skills just opens up the world to you. So learning new skills is fantastic. Now for this last week, Jim, didn't we have this nice Ultra Alpaca Light? It's a 50-50 blend of Peruvian Highland wool and alpaca, superfine alpaca. And this is great project yarn for all different kinds of things. It's great in color work. And so I thought that maybe someone would like this. And what colorway did our customers choose for last week for the winner? Do you remember?
Well, it was pretty close, but I'd say it was closer to the mauves.
Aha, the rosy colorways. So this is the prize for last week's winner. That's fantastic. And don't forget to enter for this week's prize, which is one of these. And you can tell us which ones you like so that we can get those out to the winner for this next week. All right, so now back to how I chose my baby size. So this one I knit for Evie, right? And she is just 10 months. And she is probably wearing 12 months or 12 to 18 months right now. Okay, and so I chose the 2 to 3 year size. And if I look at my pattern, and this is not a good copy, it's just a copy that I used to help make the project. I'm looking for, oh, here you go.
There was a question on what sizes it covers.
Yes, so it has 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 to 6. So it has a very wide range of sizes for you out there. And you can also change the sizes if you need a little smaller or a little bigger. You can change your yarn. You could change it, say for instance, if you wanted a 3/4, but you wanted a little bit smaller, maybe you knit it with DK weight yarn instead of worsted weight. You could try that. And so on mine, I did the worsted weight, and I did the 2 to 3 year old. Now she's not technically in that size yet, but I didn't want it to be too small, and I know that she is definitely wearing the 12 months, if not 12 to 18 months. So what I did is chose the 2 to 3 years, and for the measurements for the 2 to 3 year, it says 22 inches, and for the 12 to 18, it was 19 inches. So mine, when I finished these measurements from here to here, it was 20 inches. So she'll be able to wear it now. I'm making it for Easter for her. I'm trying to put together an Easter basket for her, and I want to put an Easter bunny and a few little things for her. But so I think this should fit her just fine. And I like that it's sleeveless and just a little bit of warmth for her, because that kid runs warm. She's always sweaty and nice and warm, so she doesn't need much. So having this little shrug will be perfect for her. And my sizing on the actual pattern ran just a little bit small, but not too small. And like I said, I could have easily gone from a number 7 needle to a number 8, but I don't know. I like the fabric that I got on the number 7, so here I go. Anyways, so this was a great project. And let me show you a few skills that we learned this week. Were the German twisted cast on, or the old Norwegian cast on, and then the Icelandic bind off. And I wanted to show them that, Jim.
Okay.
And so
I'll bring this over so you can show it
here
too, so you can show them what it is.
I just have a little. So when you do,
I'm going to show them what it is over there.
Yes, this right here is your Icelandic bind off. And it goes great on garter stitch. I love doing it on garter stitch. I've done it on my garter stitch baby blanket, and it is so fantastic. So you start by knitting a stitch, okay? So you knit that stitch, and then you stick it back on the left-hand needle. Now I'm gonna keep my right needle in position, and I'm gonna go behind that next stitch and knit one, okay? Then I'm going to take that stitch on my right hand needle and put it back on my left hand needle, leaving my right hand needle in position. Then I'm going to knit again. And I believe we have a tutorial on this, right, Jim?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. If we don't, I'll make sure that we do. I know I've done one before, but whether or not they get transferred over to all the different media things that we have, I'm not sure. But it's a super easy bind off, and it's a stretchy bind off, and it goes great with garter stitch. So whenever you're doing garter stitch, it is fantastic for that. And it almost gives you like a rolled edge, almost like an I-cord bind off, but it gives you a very structured and yet stretchy bind off, and it looks really nice. Let me just do a couple more stitches here and I'll show you that. And if you guys have found different bind offs that you like with garter stitch, please share that with me, because I'd love to do more videos for people and help them have different ideas for their knitting. And this one you would just pull through and then weave in your end, but do you see how beautiful that is? It's almost like a rolled edge. So that's how you do the Icelandic bind off. So I'm gonna look now, I'm gonna just use, if I can find this end of yarn here.
I'm gonna show them here.
Yeah, we're gonna show how to do this cast on that really nicely matches the bind off, okay? So I always go, I don't really like slip knots in my work per se, so I take the tail and drape it over the top of my needle. And then I just give that yarn a twist. Remember with the German twisted or the old Norwegian cast on, the stitches are created much like the long tail cast on with your tail. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing your work. And a good way to count, a lot of people will say, how do I tell how much yarn I need for the stitches? And I would just take a little extra and go like this to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, oh, 7, don't let it go, 10, until you get to 25. And however many that is, you can multiply your 25 stitches and keep going like this. Go 25, 50, and so on and so forth. So you can get your stitch count, so you can not waste a lot of yarn, or you don't run out of yarn before you run out of stitches to cast on, which would mean you would have to start over again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. So I put it on my needle with my tail toward my tummy, and I just give the yarn a little twist, and that takes the place of a slip knot. If you wanted to do a slip knot, you could. It just causes a knot in your work, and it's not as appealing. So I find this very easy. Then I'm holding it just like I do with the long tail cast on, and I make a teepee, and I put my index finger and thumb through the center, and then grab the working yarn and open my hand up like I'm gonna do a slingshot. In the old days, some of you might know what a slingshot is. And then I go under both strands, into the center of your thumb stitches, up, over, and bring it down. Now sometimes I will go under the 2 strands, through the center, and grab this from underneath. I don't care which way you do it, just be consistent. If you're gonna grab it from underneath, then always grab it from underneath. If you're gonna grab it from the top, grab it from top every time. So under, through the center. This time I'm gonna go over the top and bring it back to me. Under, in the center, over the top, back into the center of your work. You see how I'm not letting go of the yarn every time. You don't need to. And I'm curling my thumb so that the loop untwists. See how that's twisted like that? If I curl it. So if I go over the top, then I'm going to go over the top always.
Kathy says she's enjoying your videos.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I hope this helps, Kathy. And if you have ideas or need some help with some other videos, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do them for you. So I'm going to show you. See? So if we go over, or you can go under, but whatever you do, do that same thing all the time, and it'll still look good. So that's how you do your cast on. So that's pretty fantastic. And that perfectly matches your bind off, the Icelandic bind off. And so that were the most of the skills that we learned this week, other than picking up stitches. And I can't show you how to pick up the stitches right now because I've already done the project. But maybe I shall make a video for you so you can see how to pick up those stitches. So look for a video coming up and I'll show you how to pick up stitches. And don't forget, we have our contest, and you guys are supposed to be talking, letting us know which one to choose. And Jim, we have a new app, don't we? And what's this app called?
Well, we haven't named it yet. It's secret.
But it's a Stitch Dictionary, right?
Right.
What else does it do?
It has videos. Here you go. I'll hand it to you.
All right. So this is it right here. It's knitting videos, and you can see cast on, basic stitches, bind offs, cables, circular knitting, color work, crochet, decorative stitches and increases, decreases, fixing mistakes, finishing, and etc. So if we look at cast on, for instance, we have the knitted cast on, the cable cast on. We're going to be doing more pictures here, right? It's not just going to be little letters. So on this knitted cast on, if you click on it, it tells you how long the video is and then how to do it on a video, and it's all in one spot. Isn't that cool? I'm even using it. I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. So if I get stuck and I say, now which way do I, throw the yarn, or am I supposed to grab it from the top, or am I supposed to grab it from the bottom? You can go to this little app. It's free to use, and it's a really handy tool that we're developing. So you look for that, and where can you find that, Jim?
Kathleen, at the end, we'll post a private link.
Oh, good. So Kathleen, she's the one that helps us with all the links for you so you know where to get everything. And she will be posting that link for you so that you can just push on it. And it's perfectly safe and free to use. And it'll give you like your little dictionary at hand. So if you're used to knitting with me, or you're one of my knitting students, it gives you everything that I've taught in the class will also be on those videos. And oh yes, also I wanted to mention that we had this Sueno Worsted in the tonal colors. Well, we have now picked up some solid colors of the Sueno Worsted. And so those are there on the website for you in case you need more than one project. Maybe you're going to do mosaic knitting where you're going to choose a base color and then tonal. You can do that now. So it's here for you. It's a fantastic yarn and I would highly recommend it. Was there anything? Oh, we need to talk about the person who won last week.
Hang on,
right?
Before you do that, one more thing.
What's that?
What are you wearing?
Oh, right. Okay, so we're picking up leggings, and they're called, they're bamboo leggings, and they are fantastic. And what I love about bamboo is that it's breathable. It is much like, it has many of the characteristics of alpaca. So it's warm, it's antimicrobial, it's cool in the summer, and it's a fantastic product that we have. And we have leggings, t-shirts, and t-shirts for men. And we're going to be picking up underwear as well. And I think that you will like it. When you put your leggings on, it's kind of like this, you get a cool feeling. And you can wear them in the winter and they keep you warm, but in the summer they don't make you too hot. I don't know how to explain it other than to say when you put bamboo in your hands, there's a coolness to touch that feels remarkable. So, and the price point is exactly what we were looking for. And so I'm very thrilled. And let me show you a little bit. I'm wearing them today, so I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Okay. And they have high-waisted ones. So these ones are kind of high on me. They come up to about here. But I know that many of the other ladies that work here at our shop love the high-waisted ones. They said how do I say it? The band holds you in. It's almost I don't know. It's comforting, should I say, and it holds your body in, but is not tight and it's not restrictive. And so they're really fantastic, and I'm excited to be able to share them with you. And are they on the website now, Jim?
Just yesterday.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. And then we also have a couple different styles of tank tops for you to wear underneath your other garments. So they're really great, and I was really excited to find those. And we found them when we were at the last show in Las Vegas. So we were excited to be able to introduce them.
2,000 booths, and this is what we came back with.
It's totally funny. Okay, it's not yarn related, but it is a remarkable product, and it is of good quality, and it's fairly priced, and we're always looking for those items for all of us out there who want really good quality products at a great price. So I hope that helps you. And then now we got to get back to our winners, right, Jen? Mm-hmm. So this last week, our winner was for Marilyn K. Sands Wilson. All right, yay, Marilyn, you won. Look what you won. You won Ultra Alpaca Light, and it's great for colorwork projects. And you have these nice, beautiful mauve tones. And so you let us know what your address is, and we can get that shipped out in the mail to you. So that's totally fantastic. Congratulations. And once again, all of you out there need to be voting on which color of this beautiful Sueno we should give to our winner for next week. Should we give the purple color or the strawberry color? And you choose. You vote and choose. And you can make a 2 to 3 year old size of this wonderful Entrechat pattern that is found on Alpaca Direct. Now, I wanted to, you know how for kids, a lot of people say, oh, use acrylic yarn because they're only going to machine wash it or what have you. But with one skein, you can make this cute little shrug, and you can make it out of a special yarn that is machine washable. And so your loved ones who don't know how to take care of things can still have this for their baby, and grandma can make something special, and it's not too expensive. So it's totally fantastic. So I was really having fun this week making that project. And like I said, it was a fairly quick knit, and it gives you knitting confidence for those of you out there that hope and desire to be able to knit sweaters for themselves. Then this is how you get started, right? So what I was thinking for next week, I'm either going to do something for baby, or I'm going to talk about this sweater. And this is made with Encore, and it's a Plymouth pattern. And it is pattern number 114. They use their patterns. They put numbers on their patterns. Anyway, that's how they do that. So you guys maybe can post comments in the comment section and let me know. Would you like me to do another baby project? Maybe a little vintage one like this Corsica sample? Or shall I do a sweater made with this yarn? And this is also a machine washable yarn, and it's actually pretty darn nice. And the price of it's really reasonably priced. For a first-time sweater knitter, this is a great yarn. Encore Worsted is really, really tried and true yarn. So you let me know what you want, and I will do whatever it is that you like. And you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week on Tuesday.